This month, there is a Michigan nonprofit that's hoping you will help them by shaking your teal feathers. It's a fun 5K and car parade at Millennium Park in Grand Rapids to help raise awareness about ovarian cancer. The group is working to expand across the state to educate families about the symptoms and dangers of ovarian cancer. And they are led by a woman who has lived her life beating the odds. Community Affairs Director Casey Jones is putting MIOCA in our Connecting with Community spotlight.
On a boat, behind the helm, cruising the St. Joseph River, is a picture painted with 1,000 words. Fearlessness, resiliency, survival, peace. They are words that have written Dion Bauer's story full circle.
After I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, life hit quickly, and it made me grow up in a way that no one should be forced to.
Bowers was 18, 2 weeks away from heading off to play college basketball when an ER trip to Lakeland in Benton Harbor changed her life.
They ended up performing an emergency surgery that Monday, and that's when they discovered that I had what they thought was a tumor was actually my ovary, full of fluids that ended up being teratoma ovarian cancer.
22 pounds of fluid pulled from her midsection, her right ovary and tube removed, her left catastrophically damaged. She never forgot the words from her doctor before that first surgery.
He was like, when you wake up, you're not gonna wake up with your woman part, so you'll never have a kid. I mean, I'm 18 years old, so that was like, what?
After an overload of chemo and infections, Bowers spent the next 7 months in the hospital.
Because I was clinging on to life. At 18, 19 years old, I just remember the nurses having a birthday party for me in the ICU at my 19th birthday. And I remember begging God for another chance. And to have experienced that, to the memory of seeing my family look at me through the ICU glass.
Then a new word, remission. And she started her journey as far away from the hospital as possible.
That chapter prepared me for this chapter almost 30 years later.
Today, Bowers is a leader for women and for families like her.
Because we know until there's a test, awareness is best.
The executive director for the Michigan Ovarian Cancer Alliance. The group provides resources, support, and education for survivors and families impacted by the disease.
It is a silent killer of women, but if it's taking women's lives, and every 23 minutes a woman's diagnosed with ovarian cancer, that's not silent. And we can't stand in silence any longer. So we are definitely committed to doing that work, and it takes passion, it takes commitment, it takes being resourceful and thinking outside the box.
Their work is to tie Michigan teal, the color given to the cancer, in hopes of expanding their footprint to all impacted, to help create not just awareness, but a testing system and a cure.
There's so many different parts of MIOCA that is needed in today's society, because we are aligning our research and outreach and advocacy towards every community. And we're just really trying to increase awareness across the state so that no person born with an ovary will have to deal with what I had to deal with.
A mission that's now all too personal, all too full circle.
First, I thought it was a joke. I thought my best friend kept telling me that I was pregnant. And I'm like, I can't have kids, girl. You're tripping. And she kept pressuring me to take a pregnancy test. And so I did it to kind of humor her. So I thought like the place was in cahoots with her. Like, honestly, I still was in disbelief. It wasn't until I heard Destiny's heartbeat that it really did something to me.
That picture on the river, still far from finished.
How proud are you of Mom?
1,000,000 out of 1,000,000.
1,000,000 out of 1,000,000. I'd say those are really good eyes.
So many words left to be written for a woman who has lived a life beating the odds.
I love you, baby.
Love you too.
Now working to help others find their words, their picture, their story through the help of MIOCA.
I am truly blessed, not only to be a survivor, not only to be a first-generation college graduate, not only to be a mother or executive leader. I am blessed to be all of those things in one.
For News 8, I'm Casey Jones, putting MIOCA in our Connecting with Community spotlight.